Welcome, everyone. It's the Love Show on the Treva Kevin Show because we want to love our neighbor and we want to appreciate those.
Amen.
And also just let people know how good God is. How about that?
He is good. Yeah, and we're always glad to have our viewing audience come and share. We think it's a privilege for us to be allowed to come in your home. You know, not everybody gets to come in your home, but we're delighted when you choose to watch us, and we hope that we can share and inspire you and spread a little of His love and joy and faith with you.
That's right, and I love that about our viewing audience because you give us the wonderful encouragement to keep going and keep doing what we do.
Keep going, keep growing.
I like
Great
that.
Show coming up.
All right,
Turn them loose.
Treva and Kevin
Let them
Show.
go.
Yes.
Okay, we'll be right back.
Welcome to our Love Thy Neighbor show because it's all about love. It's all about just sowing seeds of kindness and empathy and compassion, which goes a long ways. And that's why we're here.
It is. You know, as a small boy, my father used to lead the singing at the church. And some people get uptight because he was kind of an express, had a great personality. I don't know that I ever captured his. Perhaps I surpassed his.
Wow.
But I remember he used to lead the singing. He would sing the song, "Love lifted me."
Love that song.
Love lifted me. And it was so good. I remember it as a small boy. And he would sing with passion and share the love of Christ.
Wow.
And it was a good time. And so here we are. He's gone on to be with the Lord some almost 20 years ago now.
Yes.
But his memory lingers on. So as we reflect for just a moment today, what kind of memories are you leaving for your family and your friends, your church, and your community? I'll tell you what they'd say about Treva. She was a woman that loved God. She was a woman that could get things done. She was a woman that brought hope and truth to many people's lives, inspirational words. And we have pondered, hadn't we, Treva?
Yes.
Did you come with that God anointing, or was it because I was with you all this time and we rubbed off on each other? I knew she would turn around like, she can't stand it. Testify to the truth today, Treva.
God blessed us to connect, and it's been such a blessing. And we've been, not only in television, working together, but on big stages, small stages. We've helped the church. We've honored pastors and community leaders.
That's some of your greatest work.
That's like, that's how you serve the Lord. And not only do you serve Him, but you serve Him with gladness.
That's right.
And you come before Him making a joyful noise. I've seen you sing. I've seen you and your brothers. And I want to even thank God for the Kennedys. I think of your brother Bruce, like yourself, and what a man of God. And then there's Glenn, also a man of God. And all of you all can sing.
Well, I've had them in training, Treva. You got to give compliments where the training is doing.
You've had them in training?
They've been in training for years.
In training.
I didn't really take to the training as good as they did.
Oh, my goodness.
But both of them are great, great singers. But, you know, I was thinking as we were doing this show, some of your greatest work was when you were writing the plays. And we would have all these talented young people that come and participate, and you'd always have a Christian message. It was a Christian atmosphere on stage, off stage, on the road, in the audience.
That's right.
Have all the most prominent people in town come and watch those productions. But, you know, the seeds that you sowed are still being watered. And quite frankly, we can't ever remove the thought of that, and they can't either, because those times were so profound.
Yes, and I believe
sellouts at the auditorium.
At the auditorium have not been done.
Come on.
And you know what? I believe that we are in the greatest time that God is raising up a generation of people. And it's not over. It's not over. I don't care how old you are. It's not over until God says that it's over. And I believe that God is getting ready to do something so great and marvelous for His people. And just hold on. Don't give up. Don't let COVID-19, don't let the coronavirus distract you. Don't let it slow you down, because there is a wind that's blowing and God is getting ready to move on His people. And I'm telling you, the best is yet to come. You know, there was something inside of me the other day, and I posted it on my Facebook, that God is not through with me yet. Sometimes we go through trials and situations and people say, well, she's done. She's one and done.
Wait a minute, they can't count you out.
Oh, come on now.
He's got a different plan.
God has a different, like you said,
He
has a different plan.
And
then there was a man of God who's an anointed man of God. He said, can I please call. And he said, Treva, God is getting ready to do something so remarkable. And he was like, he had tears and he was crying, and I could feel the power of the Holy Spirit. And I just thank God. And so what do you do when, you know, there may be a person who's faced with a big decision? Like there was something amazing in my life, and something that was presented to me, an opportunity. And I had shared it with you, and you said, just pray about it. So there may be someone who, you know, maybe they're challenged or they're faced with a decision. You know, maybe they want them to run for political office.
Yeah,
or
we talked
maybe
about
they want them to go to medical school. But seek the Lord. Let's talk about that. Seeking the Lord. How important is that?
Seek the Lord, because no matter how smart you are, all the advisors around you, you got to look to Him. Other people say, well, this doesn't make sense. The risk is too high, Treva. Don't. But if God calls you to do it, there's an inner strength and an anchor. My anchor holds because it's hooked to the rock. I got to break you for a second. When we were doing those ones, I cannot ever get it off my mind. That's why you were so anointed for the calling that you had. So many prominent people came to those productions. I remember you and I. And DJ Pryor, he's in there. You're training DJ. DJ's now all over America. Big name. But he wasn't that big a name when he was doing the plays. And you remember the guy that had so much talent, Ivory. He sang, man, he poured his heart. And I saw Ivory. I knew him. And he was so impressive. And shortly thereafter, he died and went to sea. And our work is yet to be done.
And you know what? A few days before Ivory passed, he called me, and he said, Miss Treva, he said, just being in your plays has changed my life.
Changed my life.
He said, I want to thank you so much. He said, and he was just thanking me. Then a few days later, that dear brother passed away.
You're the one that called and told me. I couldn't believe it. Because, you know, between the scenes on these plays, we're all the actors in the back, and we chit-chat and we talk about, you learn their life and what's going on and what can we do from here. And he was so talented.
Yes, could sing.
Could sing out of this world. I've always thought, Tree, maybe someday they'll learn how somebody could just plug into that person, get all that knowledge of how you could play the piano and how did you build those businesses and share it. But, you know, we don't have that yet. And he was such a talented man. But I don't regret 1 minute that we spent in preparation of that. Work, time, energy. So the message I want to share, you're not going to just have things come. You got to seek the Lord. The Bible's true. Knock and it shall be opened. Seek and ye shall find. And I've seen the day, I don't know whether to go left or go right. Do you hire this person or do you not? Do you go with this business or do you not? Do we start a corporation or do we not? Lord, show me the way.
And someone's saying, Mr. Kennedy, I'm at a crossroad.
Many are in there. You and I are on there.
How do I know that I'm making the right decision for my family, for me or for my family?
I know. Well, and what do I say? Lord, you've got to show me. Help me, Lord. And He will guide you, and He will help you make that decision. He will bring people. How do you always know? You know, because Christian people that care about you can give you some advice. And you'll have a peace in your spirit. You'll know this is what He's leading me to do.
That's right.
And I'll trust Him.
I'll trust the Lord. Oh my gosh, love God, love your neighbor, love yourself. This is the Treva and Kevin Show, the all-new Treva and Kevin Show. I love our set. We're doing some great, God is doing some amazing things here.
Man, you're looking good with this set. I think they got the lights down just right.
Your eyes are just
don't tell anymore.
Blue like
Please,
an
we're
ocean.
out of time, Treva. You see them,
all right, we've got to wrap it up. We'll be back with more Treva and Kevin. Welcome back, Treva and Kevin Shoot.
Kevin Show. That's when we just finished that. Tree was really being calm. She said that was a hard landing. We got started. I said, give me a parachute.
Oh my God!
The last time Treva and I were talking about that plane flying, and she jumped out of the plane.
A perfectly good plane.
Yeah, it was a good plane.
And you were on the ground.
Yeah, I'm not going to jump. And my Bible verse said, "Lo, I'm with you always."
Mr. Kennedy, the purpose was that we were going to do that together.
Yes.
And we made the trip together.
I don't think the Lord led me to that jump.
And then when we got there, you just said, "I'm not going to do it. I've changed my mind."
Yeah. Well, praise the Lord. It was a fun day. I was glad you did it. I was more glad you survived.
I saw you out there on the ground talking and everything.
Yeah, we had a nice crowd out there chit-chatting. It was a good day. No fear.
Oh my gosh! So do you think, because the anniversary of that is coming up? So are you ready now?
And I will celebrate that if you choose to do it again.
Are you ready?
I'm ready there on the ground.
Are you ready?
Saying, Lord, forgive her and help her. It'll make your whole life a flash in front when you jump out that door.
Oh my goodness! So what are some adventurous things? Maybe some things you've not done you'd like to try this year?
Well, here's one that I've had on my bucket list. They say, what is a bucket list? You put the things in there that you've never done and you want to do.
Okay.
I'd like to go on a fox hunt. I've never been on a fox hunt. I love horses, and I think it would just be some fun.
A fox
and
hunt.
But the biggest shock of my life too, Treva, is at this time in my career.
How about you be the fox and I'll go hunting?
No, I'm not going. You'd use a gun on me. Okay, is that you're so busy it's hard to break away. So do you have something you really want to do yourself this year?
Well, I did the road trip because I went to a state I've never been to before.
You did the cruise.
And I love that. I did the cruise, and I would love to. I went to Jamaica last year.
Yeah.
And was it Jamaica? Yes, it was Jamaica. So I love traveling. That I do know. I know that I love to travel. I don't know. I like to go back to Niagara Falls.
Yeah.
You ever been to Niagara Falls
I did
before?
see it on one occasion, yeah. Big seminar, and I went there, and those traveling trips are fun. In my world, you can't ever get away from the phone.
Yes.
The phone has got me 24/7.
Oh,
people say, can you not put it on silent? Well, those are big deals, and you've got to be prepared to deal with them.
You have to be prepared.
And because there's a lot of people that count on you and I both.
Yes, that's right.
So hold the responsibility. I got to quote you a Bible verse.
Okay.
To whom much is given, much is required.
I like that.
And so not everybody can give a young person an opportunity to get up here and sing or share or talk or dance. And you've done that many times.
And thank you very, very much. Did you ever know that you would be involved in television?
Well, now I have been involved in television 32 years. Is that something?
That's a long time.
That is a long time. And I've enjoyed television. I liked, you said I've got the gift of gab.
You love the lights.
Well, I usually, in these latter years, what makes you really appreciative is when people say, I love to watch your show.
Yes.
I hear that, and so I feel like I am giving to them when they come and celebrate, so we share one with another.
So you're a TV personality.
Well, that's who you are. You're the TV.
No, you're the TV personality.
Who is Treva? You're the TV personality.
Well, thank you.
I wanted to say you were the wind beneath my wings, but that was a good song. We need to get somebody up here to sing that song one time. I love that song.
Oh my goodness.
But I did think about it.
Oh my goodness.
But you bring the best out in people, and you always have. So try to bring some more best out.
Oh my goodness. So let's talk about, what about cooking? Do you like to cook?
No, really, I never did like cooking. Rhonda Jean was known for the, religious meals, burnt offerings all these years. Now, don't let her see this episode. Please don't do that. But the truth of the matter is I've always had a really busy schedule, so we eat out most of the time.
Is that true? You've not turned your oven on in 20 years?
I don't think I have. No, I have not.
Wow.
That is true. I don't think I've ever washed a load of clothes.
Wow.
And I don't.
That's a blessing. Is that a blessing?
I don't know.
Remember, I taught you how to pump gas.
Yeah, she's not right. She's a bit stretching the truth now. Okay, back to the subject. Anything else you want to get done in 2020?
Come on. And let's just say more love, more loving our neighbor, be more kind, show kindness.
Yes.
The world needs that.
I've been spending a lot of time trying, when I've had some time, to reflect over words of wisdom.
Okay.
And I always lean on these men who went before us. Thomas Jefferson, I like him. You know what he said? He said, you got two doctors, a right leg and a left leg, use them often. Wow. What did he mean? And then I saw one of my doctors just this week. He's about my age, maybe a little older. I said, dude, you've lost all this weight. He said, well, you lose weight too if you walk 5 miles a day.
That's right.
I said, good gracious, man. And he looks good. So, you know, he's trying to subtly give me advice.
I love that.
But I love to hear men of wisdom. Take it, store it, and that's why I love the Bible. It's loaded with wisdom and advice from cover to cover.
Yes.
So, and I'd like to hear, right now, if we didn't have COVID, I would be going to more leadership conferences. I would be going to more conferences on learn how to build business. They said, build business, Kevin, what do you want to do? I love to learn, love to share.
Yes.
I've got some young lawyers that's working for me. I spend all my time talking and teaching because there's going to come a time I have to turn them loose.
Wow.
It's like you got to push them out of the nest.
Right.
Y'all go hit
That's
it.
right. I love it. And they've, you know, I've met a few of your lawyers over at the Kennedy Law Firm, and very impressive. And the young man, he came once before. What's his name?
Jose Linares.
Jose.
He's studying right now for the bar.
Is he?
Yes.
I tell you, and every time I go over or step into your office, people are so kind and courteous. You have great customer service.
Yeah, and I like, we have a happy atmosphere. You know, here at Zine Studios, we have one of the happiest atmospheres that we've ever.
Goodness.
And you know, if you didn't realize this, if you commit to doing a TV show, you commit. And if this one's out and lays down, or if this one's sick, come on, Treva,
Yes,
have
that's
we
right.
been there?
Oh, yes.
Some people say, I can't get it done.
That's
well,
right.
then don't tell us what you can't do.
And when I
Tell
came
us
over
what you
today,
can.
we came today to film, and I was like, it's so beautiful. What are you guys?
This was a record day, too. I want y'all to hear it. A record day indeed. I got here, and Treva was already here.
I was here.
Say praise the Lord.
I wanted to be here so that you wouldn't have to wait on me, but I'm telling you, Kayla did a great job on my makeup. Marlon McCants, it's great team.
Yeah,
you know,
good
and Sarah's here to help,
Yes.
and thank God she keeps you together.
Yes.
And I'm just honored. So, what are you grateful for 2020? What are you
2020,
grateful?
I'm still grateful for the Treva Kevin Show. You know, God's given us this platform to lift His love up, lift His
Yes.
word up, share some good news, and to bring a little joy and happiness in my work. I want you to hear it, Treva. I've been reading all this. You know, one of the things they say is the greatest thing that you can do for your own life and your health is laughter.
Oh.
So you can't say, you know, on the
That's
set,
right.
everybody here, we laugh all the time.
All the
so
time.
if you came in here, it's really better than therapy.
It really is.
Yes.
And I tell you what, Marla McCants, she helps us out a lot behind the scenes, and she laughs all the time.
I know that's what's
So
a great benefit.
where do you get all of your jokes from? And
Well, I need some new
humor?
material.
Your humor?
Everybody in the Sunday school class said, Kevin, get some new material. I said, well, you get some. I'll use it.
Oh,
we're
my
out of
goodness.
time.
We're
What
out
are you
of
going to
time.
say?
I want to say we're out of time.
Out of time.
But we're going to come back and close out with thoughts coming from Treva and Kevin, talking about love, talking about life, and talking about you, our viewer. We'll be right back after this. Talk about more love, life, but quick legal question.
Hit me.
Is there a time limit to sue someone?
Yeah, in the state of Tennessee, if you're in a personal injury wreck, 1 year.
Okay.
That's from the date of the incident.
Okay.
And if you had a contract dispute, you could go 6 years in the state of Tennessee. And what I want to say about that, old cases get worse. Why is that, Kevin? Because if we wait 6 years, people have moved. So I know it's so-and-so, but I have no address, so I can't even serve them. Or if we had a special witness, they have gone, perhaps have died. So old cases get worse. So you need to get to a lawyer as fast as possible. Don't make any statements. people say, well, I want to be nice. I hear that all the time. Well, I want to be nice, but I don't want people to take advantage of you or take advantage of me.
Okay.
So you can just merely say this is not a convenient time and get back, get their cards, and then you can contact your lawyer and let the lawyer do the talking for you.
Okay. Now, a quick question. What about if a person wants to sue like a hospital or a health provider? Is that a difficult thing to do?
Well, you know, it's always a bigger challenge when you bring one, but one thing's for sure, they do have the insurance. So if you do bring the case, the odds are great that you will get paid. The other thing is, all these companies, they hire the best lawyers to fight you as hard as they can. And they have unlimited budgets. Many times when you have these big insurance policies, they'll spend hundreds of thousands of dollars trying to fight you, trying to cut you off.
Okay.
And so that's why you need a really skilled team. No one man can do it. I just don't believe that. You've got to have a team.
Have to have a team
to move forward, because what do you do when someone's sick? What do you do when you have an emergency? You've got to keep pressing on. And so all that's some really good advice. Evaluate that and protect your rights and move forward. I've said as a lawyer many times, speed and secrecy are your two best friends. Why do you say that? Because I don't tell them everything that I'm going to do, and we move faster than anyone else. And that's my mind. That's how I operate. And so that's what I would tell you and I to do together.
Okay, I love that. Okay, so now thank you for answering those questions. We love legal question corner time with Kevin Kennedy, and continue to send your questions in. We want you to do that so they can be answered while we're here. Now going back to what we discussed, we were talking about love. You know, we need more love to go around the world, and so we want to be better. We want God to increase us, not only in our faith, bless us, but in our love, in our giving for 2020 and beyond.
This past
because it's a blessing to give.
It is.
Come on.
You know, give, and it shall be given unto you. That's God's word. So either you believe it or you don't. Either you trust it, sister, or you don't. And you say, well, you know, I always come up short. Kevin, I don't have anything to give. No, don't tell me that, because we all have the same opportunity. And you say, well, I don't have any money. Then give your time. Honor God with what you have. And remember, God will always give seed. What does that mean? He's going to give you whatever is needed. So even in my work, when I broke some records, I exceeded. But you can't outgive God. And it's not like, it's kind of like the guy that said, okay, Lord, I don't want to cut any wood, but if you'll make a fire, next year I'll cut a lot of wood. That's not the way it works. God says, cut that, put it in the fire, and stay warm now. What about the farmer says, now, Lord, if you give me a great crop this year, I don't have the money to go put the seeds. I don't want to spend my money on it. Just give me the crop, and then he said, bring the first in. So we got to walk by faith. We got to have the faith to put the seed in the ground and move right on. So it takes the same amount of faith for a rich man or a poor man, because all you have is faith.
That's right.
And God honors a faithful man or woman. God will honor it, He will bless it, and He will provide. Where there's a need, He'll provide seed. And I believe every word of that. We can be broke, destitute, upside down tonight, but my God can supply all your needs according to His riches in glory.
Yes, and just as we close out the show, I thank God, because the way that His math is different than our math.
Tell it.
And you think about the one that's worked in the field all day, but the one that just began the work. And at the end of the day, he receives 1 penny and he receives 1 penny. And so you say, Lord, why didn't I get paid more than he did?
His ways are not our ways.
His ways are not our ways. So we want to thank you all so much. It's been a fantastic show. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you next time, Treva and Kevin.
God bless you.